So, hi friends, welcome back to Code Explorer. Here I am Povitra Banerjee with you, and you are watching this video as the second video of our Learn DSA using Python playlist. And here we have started to learn data structures and algorithms from basics to advanced level using Python programming language. And this is going to be our second video. And first of all, I am going to show you a website. This is our Code Explorer new website for this playlist only. Learn DSA using Python. Here you will get I have built the first uh, part of the video, which was the introduction video. You can see the video here, and you can access the full playlist from here also, and then you will get the whole note here. And then if you go to this for this video, sorry, I have made a mistake, sorry. And here if you see that I have this playlist, this button I have activated now. There are some problems in this website now. I am working on it, and you will be able to access the part by part contents from this link section, this menu section. You can check this, and here I will add the second part of the video, which is this video. I will add it here, and here you will get the notes, and I will make this completely. So after watching this video, you can also check this website also. And here I will make a new function here, which will be a quiz function, and inside the quiz you will be able to solve some problems according to the related to the course, okay, related to the chapter we are reading now. So today's video I am going to start about uh, revise of Python programming language. So, and we will learn about something about data structures and algorithms. What is data structures? Basically, we will read about algorithms after completing this data structures part, that how many data structures we have. And so for that I have created the DSA py playlist, folder. I will simply open it with my VS code, and after opening it, why it's taking too much time? Okay, so as you can see that maybe the playlist, the folder is empty now. Okay, the folder is empty right now, and here I am going to add a new folder, which will be uh, Python, Py revision.py. Okay, I will create it. I will hit the enter button. Okay, so here my this is ready. Okay, so first of all, today we will discuss about that, basically something about Python programming language. Okay, so let me write something here. So first of all, I want to increase this size. Okay, I think this is perfect. So first of all, why we will use this Python programming language to learn DSA? It's why because the power of Python programming language, and the workflow of Python programming, and the the scope of Python programming language is very high and huge in demand also. If you know Python then you can do data science, you can do machine learning, you can do deep learning, you can develop new AI models, and you can also go to web development using the Django Flask frameworks. Okay, so there are versatile of work for Python developers. So you have to learn about the data structures and algorithms in Python. Okay, so why we will choose it? Because Python has its own beauty. And what are those beauty? I have written something on my website also, and I will give you a quick introduction here also. So first point I want to cover, that is, it is interpreted language. Okay, Python is an interpreted language. What this means? Basically, for Python, we have some programming language, like we have uh, you can say that we have Java, we have JavaScript, we have C, C++, we have also Ruby, Swift, Golang, these types of language. But why Python? Basically, C, Java, these works as these are compiler based programming languages, okay, but Python is interpreted language. That means the code of Python are not directly compiled, they go through some other codes blocks, and thus the Python program executes. Okay, this is the first reason of for Python. This is the first facility of Python, that this is an interpreted language. Okay, and second point I want to write, that is object oriented programming we can do very easily. Okay, using Python we can easily do object oriented programming. What this means, we can have classes, we can have objects, and we can access them using indexing. Basically, these are the functions of basically object oriented programming language. Here we can define objects. This is another helpful things that we have in Python. Another main thing we have, that is that the Python programming language is basically dynamically typed language. Okay, Python is a dynamically typed language. That means the Python code can change its value in runtime. If you and this also can take various types of data structures. This can take a single variable can take multiple values. Okay, and one more thing, why this is dynamically typed, the main thing that here you don't need to mention the data structure, because for data structures we have integer, float, string, these types of thing. While using C or C++ or Java, what you have to do, you have to write the integer data type. That means you are trying to creating a variable. At that time you have to type int a, that means integer a. You have to type the variable, you have to type the data type. But for Python you don't need to type the data type. Okay, it will automatically detect the data type of the variable. And how the whole works, for first of all, uh, for the memory, how we can define a variable, what are the, for this we will discuss this about later in this playlist also, don't worry. Okay, these are the basically things of dynamically typed language. Means, okay, you don't need to mention the data types, and the values can of a variable can change in runtime. Okay, but for C or C++ or Java, if you give a variable multiple values, then it will throw you an error. Okay, this is why the for this problem we have this dynamically typed language, which is Python. Another thing we have for Python, that is ease of writing code. What this means, for Python, when you will write Python codes, I think what you will get, you will think that you are writing English language. Okay, for you, when you will read any Python programming language, Python code, you will think that you are reading and just simple language of English. For C++, what do we have? We have vector, something type of thing, scene, that types of thing we have in C++. Java also we have that types of thing. Util.io, what is that? You have to understand better, you have been better understanding for that. But for Python, you don't need such of knowledge. You can read it easily, you can write it very easily. This is the main thing of Python, that is the writing of Python code are very easy. And I have already told you that why we are choosing this Python language for this DSA course. This is the scope of Python. Okay, this is why we are trying to read this for you. I have already told you that machine learning we have data science, you can do web development also, so you can go to various types of things. Okay, so this is why we are choosing this Python language for this DSA course. So now I will try to show you that how you can write your first Python code. I know that you maximum of you know, but if you don't know, for that reason I am going to show you a quick this is a quick revision of Python language for this DSA course. And when we will go to advanced level, at that time we will learn and then we will implement. Okay, so how will we write the first Python code? For C++, you have to write a, for Java you have to write a lots of code. You have to, for C language you have to include the stdoh file first. You have to create the main function first, then inside that you can use the printf function. That's been a huge code block you have to write. But for Python it's very easy. You have to just simply write print, and then you have to write hello world. Why? Okay, so how we can run this? You can run this using this button. Basically we are using the code runner extension for VS Code here to run this code. We have to just simply click on it and it will automatically start. First time it may take some time because it's have to load all the things, all the environment it has to load. As you can see that it has started to work, and as you can see that hello world is printed here. If you were working this on with C++ or C or Java, you have to write a huge code block. But for Python, just simply print hello world. As simple, you will never find any language as Python. Okay, so these are the main things. Okay, so now what will I do? For what is variables in Python? So variables in Python or any other programming language are same. Basically you have to let's suppose you have to give uh, a variable name. That means simply, sorry, what I'm doing, a is equal to 5, and then if you want that to use the print function, and inside the print you want to print the a, you can simply do this, and you have to just simply hit on this code runner extension again, and as you can see that it has detected and it is printed 5, and also the hello world because we have already written that also. This is as simple. So what is variable and how this works? Variable means you are assigning a name to the memory location using and the name of the memory location is a, where the 5 has been stored. Okay, there are some rules to define a variable. That means you have to define a variable name using first of all capital letters or small letters. Your variable names must be started with other, you can't start with a number, you can't start your variable name with a number, and you can use underscore to define your variable, but underscores are basically used for system variables, so we will try to avoid them. Okay, so we will define basically using first capital letters or small letters using that. Okay, but inside that we can use anything. You can use numbers, you can use underscore, everywhere you can use you can use underscores, that's you can use. Okay, so these are the things of variables. And now I want to say about some data types what we have. So for Python we have for every type of programming language we have integer, we have floating values, and we have strings. Okay, we have arrays, Okay, these are the basically some of the very popular data types of every programming language. So uh, without this we have other data types also, but we will learn about those later in this playlist. Okay, now I want to tell you that how you can recognize a data type of Python. So let's suppose here I have defined a variable using a, which is 5. So what is the data type of this? So you can do like that. You can use the print function for that, and inside the print function you have to use a by default have another function which is type of a. Yeah, we just simply write this type of a. You have to just simply type this. Why my laptop is working slow, I don't know. I have to check it. I will check it later. Okay, as you can see, this is loading. And as you can see here that hello world, and after 5 it's showing us the class is integer. That means this is integer. Okay, so when we will write a string, we will write any floating values, we will write an array. It will you can check that what types of data, what is the data type of this using the type function here. Okay, and now I want to tell you about some um, operators in Python. So today we will not discuss about some other level operators. So here we will discuss about some very popular operators, which will be, let's suppose, arithmetical operators we will discuss about. Okay, here we have arithmetical operators. So how much arithmetical operators we have? So basically we have plus, sorry, then we have minus, then we have multiplication, division, these types of things we have. And using instead of this we have some more values which are, for one is for floor division. I will discuss about what is floor division, and one is for power. Okay, so this is for floor division and this is for power. Okay, I am going to show you the operators, that how they work basically. So let's suppose I have already defined a variable which is a, and now I want to show you a variable. Okay, I have defined the a variable as 5, so I am going it, let's suppose 53. I am making it 53, and now here I want to define another variable which is b, and b will be, let's suppose, 7. Okay, now what I need that I have to print the round of the division. I don't need any floating values. Okay, so what if that, if we, I am showing you that it's showing me print b, but what if that, okay, so here I am showing you that a divided by b is, and there I want to show you a by b. What if that when we will run it, when we will run it, you can see it's coming. It's taking too much time. I don't know why this is taking such times. Okay, here you can see that it has already calculated that floating values also, but I don't need this floating value. I just simply need the round number. So at that time, how we can do that? So at that time, I will simply copy this line also only. I will simply copy this line, then I will paste it here, and I will give it another slash 2 for this floor division, and I have to give it here also, and then I want to kill this terminal because it's heavy. and now I have to click on the code runner X button. Okay, wait for some times. And as you can see that when we were using this floating floor division operator, at that time it is giving us only the round number, it has skipped the floating numbers. This is the work of this floor division operator. And one more thing we have, I have already copied this, so I will simply paste it here. And here I want to show you that what is the basically of work of our power operator. So power operator is also very working for us. Here what we have to do, we are just simply hitting on the code runner button, and as you can see that this is showing the a to the power b, that means 53 to the power 7, it is calculating this for us. Okay, this is the work of these power operators. Okay, this is too much simple, is not it? Okay, now I want to show you that how you can how you can take input from an user using Python, and how you can do that. So let's see. So first of all I want to create that, let's suppose I want to create a very simple Python calculator. Okay, I want to create that. So I am giving a variable name which is num1, and num1 will be, now I have to take input from the user. So how we can take input from the user? So we have to just simply use the input function only, that's simple. Okay, and all the time I will ask you that you have to keep in your mind that all the input from the user are stored as the strings in Python. You have to convert it. We will see that when we will need it, we will convert it. Okay, we don't need it for now. So I want to print an function here. I want to print an here that enter first number. I am giving it, and I will simply copy this, and then I will paste it here, and I have to change this num2, and this will be our second number. Okay, enter second number. Now what I have to do, let's suppose I want to print the addition. So how we can do that? Print, same thing, we have to define num1 plus num2, and before it I want to type something here. I want to show something here which will be the addition is. Okay, so now I want to kill this again because it is going too lengthy. So I am going to hit this code runner extension again, and as you will see that this will print the first of all this will take input from us, and then it will print the answer. Okay, first of all it will print the whole things here before we have, first it will print that. Okay, here you can see that the code has not been terminated yet, so it's our time to input. So let's suppose I am inputting 57 and hit enter, then I am hitting 3, then enter. Here you can see that this is taking the input as string. That means it has simply added the string 57, and then it has inserted the string uh, 3, and then it has added it. So how we can work with it, how we can change it? Nothing. We have to use, and let's suppose we want to create it as an integer. So now we have to define that make it integer. So for that we need just to do this, and one more thing we have to do here also, that is integer. When we will do that, at that time when we will run it, okay, here you can see that it has asked to us to put the value. So if now I am inputting 57, then hitting enter, it is asking for the second number. I am adding 3. Now you can see the addition is 60. Okay, that means by default the input function collects the data and saves it as string data type, and if we want to convert it, then we can also convert it. If you are working Java, if you have prior experience in JavaScript, then you know you have to use the percent function for that. But for Python, you don't need to write such complex things. You just need to simple things. That means if you want to convert this, you know that the input are basically stored as strings, so you have to convert it as an integer. What you will do, you will pass this in input inside the uh, integer function. This is too much simple. Okay, so I think you guys have got this, and I will ask you to practice this more and more and more. That and as all of the great developers and all of the great masters already said, that practice makes a man perfect. If you don't know how to write code, then I will ask you to begin it as soon as possible. You should do it now, right now. You have to do these things, okay? Because if I can, if everyone can, then you also can. You can learn the DSA, because DSA is the most important things for software engineers and for software developers. Okay, for software industry basically, you have to learn DSA, because the understanding of DSA will make you the perfect software engineer. Okay, so I will show you in the next video, and till then I will update this code inside my website, as I have already shown you that I am creating the website, and there you will get all the content and the written code blocks, and I will also provide some PDFs there also, and I will give the website link in the description box, so do check it. And one more thing I want to include, that is practice now. So bye bye, I will see you in the next video. Till then, please subscribe our channel. If you like this video, then please hit the like button, and also share the video. If some of your friends are struggling to learn DSA, then please share this video to them also, that they can also learn from here. And I am trying to give you the most important things for data structures and algorithms in Python. So the course will make you an perfect software, make you ready for the job interviews. Okay, here I will also cover some things like that. We will solve coding problems also later in this series. So if you want to show this, then please subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon, that you will never miss any update from Code Explorer. Bye bye, stay safe and happy coding.